Hello students. Today we're going to continue graphing exponentials and identifying key features. So that's our objective today. So our exponential equations take the form y equals a times b to the x plus c. So a can be any number and b can be any number. B is a growth factor, so in other words the function will be a growth factor when b is greater than 1. Such as if you had y equals 3 to the x, then you know that one's going to be a growth factor and it should go up and to the right. B is a decay factor when 0 is less than b, which is less than 1. Okay, so that means if, as an example, if y equals 1/2 to the x power, that would be a decay factor, or in other words, then that graph should be going down and to the right. Okay, so learning what we know about b, when we look at number 1, y equals 2x plus 1, 2 is greater than 1, so it should be a growth factor. Okay, so the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to be putting in numbers in our XYT chart, and we'll get values out and plug them in. So number 1, if I put -3 in for x, 2 to the -3 is 1/8 plus 1 is 1 1/8. If I put -2 in there, I get 1/4 plus 1 is 1 1/4. If I put -1 in there, 2 to the -1 is 1/2 plus 1 is 1 1/2. Next, if I put 0 in there, 2 to the 0 is 1 plus 1 is 2. If I put 1 in there, 2 to the 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. The next one, if I put 2 in there, 2 squared is 4, plus 1 is 5. The next one, 3, 2 to the 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Okay, and if I wanted to look here, I could find my y-intercept even without graphing it by saying, where is x0? It's at 0, 2, so we could put 0, 2. Okay. Next, we could also look at it and say, where would the asymptote be? Okay, if I go higher, these numbers are just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. This one, what does it look like it's approaching? Is if I put like a -100, so you could try putting 2 to the -100 power plus 1 and see what you got. It's going to be super, super, super close to 1, but it won't ever reach 1. So we're going to put the asymptote is at y equals 1. Okay, let me go ahead and plot the points on the graph and we'll go on from there. Okay, so we're going to put -3 and 1 1/8. -2, 1 1/4. -1, 1 1/2. And 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 5, 3, 9. Okay. Okay, see how that works? All right, so our b again was greater than 1, and it's a growth function. The y-intercept is at 0, 2. Asymptote at y equals 1. It will not pass that. Okay? All right, now let's do the second half of this page. Okay. So here we have y equals 1/3 x minus 2. So if the number is 1/3, is it going to be a growth or decay? I can't hear you. Okay, remember if it's between 0 and 1, it should be a decay. Okay, the y-intercept would be, if I put 0 in for x, x to the 0 is 1/3. To the 0 power is 1. 1 minus 2 is -1. So 0, -1. Now the asymptote, I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking it's going to be y equals -2. And that's only because of this number right here. But let's plug in these numbers for x and see what values we get out. Okay? So if we put -3 in there, 1/3 to the -3 power, I'm going to use parentheses. I got 27 minus 2 equals 25. Okay, let's do the same thing with -2. I go 1 ABC 3. Oh, whoops. I need to put parentheses. 1 ABC 3. End parentheses. Raise it to y to the x, the power of 2 negative equals 9 minus 2 is 7. And I should probably be showing you the steps with the calculator here. So let me see if I can show you there. Hopefully you can see that okay. I'm going to put -1 in for x. So I'm going to go parentheses, 1, ABC right over here, 3, and then I'm going to put in parentheses, and then I'm going to go y to the x for raising it to a power of 1 negative equals, and then I have to minus 2. So that is going to be 1. Okay. Then I know if I use 1, 1/3 to the 1 powers, 1/3 minus 2 will be -1 2/3. Okay. Next one is if I go 2. So I go 1/3 squared is 1/9. I'm going to go 1 ABC 9 minus 2. -1 8/9. Can you read that okay? So that's -1 8/9. Okay, let's try one more time. I don't think you guys could see that other one that well. Okay, so again, it's 1/3, and you have to use parentheses, otherwise the calculator will just take the 3 and put the number with the 3. So we need a parentheses. So we go front parentheses, 1 ABC 3 in parentheses, raised to a powers y to the x, 3 equals, and then I'm going to go minus 2 equals. And then I want to get that in fraction form. Oh, too many lights. So I'm going to go second and then the arrow down at the bottom right. And that says -1 26 over 27. So, okay. All right, now I'm going to plot these points, and then you should have your graph. So -325, I don't think I'm going to go that high. I'll just go ahead and point that direction. -2, 1, 1, 0, -1, 1, -1 2/3, 2, -1 8/9, 3, oh, I see it's going to get very close to -2, but it probably will never touch -2. which means that's going to be your asymptote. Okay, so there's your graph. Here's your XYT chart. It's a decay because it's going down. The y-intercept is at 0, -1, and y equals -2 is asymptote. Okay. All right, you should be able to do page 140, and you can do it, students. You rock.